Welcome back everybody to World of Tanks Xbox 360 edition. My name as always is Maxwell, and today I've got a couple of games from the German heavy line. Obviously I'm not into the heavies yet, I'm still in the lights and mediums. This first game is going to be from the Panzer 38 NA, which is the tier 4 light tank for the Germans. So like I said at the very beginning, I'm going to be working my way predominantly up the German heavy line, making my way to the E100. I may stop at the E75 because, to be honest, the E75 is my favourite heavy tank from the PC version. Its armour, when you understand how to angle it properly and how to position it, is just unbelievable. And the damage per minute, the DPM rating, excuse me, of its gun is just unbelievable. So when you learn how to use it, you can do a really, really good job. Now I'm doing the best I can to play spotting here because I'm only a light tank, so I don't really want to get shot to crap. I was just waiting for that guy. There we go, he gets popped. No problem whatsoever. Find a medium 2 here, but I just have a terrible shot at his track there rather than taking him out. Just damage his track. Well, we can see shots raining in from all angles here, and I'm going to get focused on a little bit by the artillery. But anyway, yeah, like I said, predominantly going to be working my way up the German heavy line, but I'm also working my way up the American heavy line as well, because I'm a big fan of the T-29. I think it's an exceptional heavy tank for its tier. It's absolutely brilliant, so I'm going to be heading for that one as well. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do the Brits. I may decide to do the British tank destroyers, just because from a distance aiming in this game is a little bit more difficult than the PC version, so the AT series with its formidable front armour may prove to be pretty good there. I have a terrible shot at that Marder too, but he realises someone's shooting at him, so he backs off, and unfortunately I get a 0 damage critical on his tracks, and this is where the artillery really starts to kind of pick on me a little bit. M2 comes up. I'm not able to damage him, but luckily he's not able to penetrate me, or else that would be a one-shot because he's got that derp cannon. But like I said, this is where you need to play careful, because when the artillery's focusing you like it is to me, you've basically just got to try and never sit still for too long, because then the artillery is just going to focus in on your position. Move a little bit forward and move a little bit back. But as you can see from this angle, I'm kind of safe, as the rocks on the right-hand side are kind of protecting me, and I'm landing a couple of good hits on this M2 here. I'm not too bothered about really taking him out, because I think I can definitely out-duel this guy. But what I want to do is just be careful of this artillery. I thought I might be able to get a shot on their artillery there, but got hit by this M3. Obviously when I realised it was an M3 and nothing a little bit bigger, then I just pulled myself back out and think, well, I'm going to have the better of this exchange. But you don't want to sit still for too long. As you saw there, I think another artillery shot landed. So got to be careful. This M2 starts to make his way back up the hill. Oh, and I just totally spaz out there and fire over the top of him. But as you see, just try and, because aiming is a lot more difficult on the Xbox version, you really have to be good at multitasking or doing two things at the same time, serial tasking. Just try and confuse your opponent, try and move at the same time as firing, and try and throw off their aim. It's the same thing with artillery. Let's see if I can get a shot in the rear of him, and I can indeed, and I end up taking him out, which is fantastic. And then again, I just get a critical hit on his tracks. But then I'm able to sort of pound him down. Oh no, I thought I'd taken him out there, so I moved my gun off target to try and find a shot on that tank destroyer there, but just a little bit too hasty. I do notice on the mini-map that we have an Elector, I think, a tank destroyer, moving in on our base. It might maybe a Valentine, I'm not sure. But we've only got a Valentine fending off against him. And then he's going to be in on our base and in on our artillery. So I have a couple of shots at him. Again, though, I'm a terrible shot so far in this game. Haven't practiced nearly enough. And he's spun himself around now, and he's going to be able to make short work of me, no problem whatsoever. So I really have to pay him full attention. So reverse away and just get behind a rock, and I'm going to flank around the other side of this rock because my camo will have kicked in now and he won't know where I am. Pull up a little bit early there, but he's coming in to threaten our artillery now, so I'm just going to try and score some hits on his rear. Unfortunately, he's jinking from side to side and doing a good job of throwing off my aim here because, yeah, terrible shot. That one I thought should have hit, but unfortunately it didn't, so I'm just going to... I was hoping he was going to drift right into the shot there, but he didn't. But luckily he does head left into the shot, and I'm able to take him out in the end, and that is GG and the victory. So let's have a quick look at how we performed in that one, what kind of score we got, and what kind of credits and XP we earned. So here we go, we got a decent amount of experience now. It's not the first victory of the day, so it's not doubled, and... for the... well, there you go, there's the destroyed and detected. A decent amount of spotting there. Being a light tank, that's what you need to do. And then there we go, top of the table, highest damage and highest XP. So a pretty damn good game in the Panzer 38 NA. Going to bring you the Panzer IV next, so stay tuned and we'll get straight onto that one. So we're on to the Panzer IV this time. This game's not as good as the last one, but... it's good enough, and it gives me some opportunities to talk about other specific tactics and things you need to think about when you're in a battle. So this one's going to be on the mines, and it is an encounter battle. So with it being an encounter battle, the best thing to do in this is try and take control of the hill. A lot of teams will tend to just rush the capture zone and put as many tanks as possible into the cap zone as they can. But the thing is, the cap counter doesn't go up any faster beyond 3 tanks. The only added bonus you have of having more than 3 tanks in there is if some tank gets shot, then it doesn't reset, because everybody builds up capture points personally, and if you shoot some of the tanks, then obviously if you've got, say, 6 tanks in there and you come in and shoot 3 of them, then sorry, a little bit confused there. So if you've got, say, 6 tanks in the cap circle and someone comes in and shoots 3 of them, and the other 3 are still accruing points and haven't been reset. So as you can see there, obviously the enemy team doing the age-old tactic of just sending tanks to the cap circle, whereas I'm going to be making a push on the hill. My Panzer IV is not fully upgraded. It has the second top cannon. I haven't quite decided whether I'm going to go with the derp cannon yet. Because the derp cannon is 10,000 XP for that package, and the VK3601 is only about 30,000 XP, 27,000 and a bit. So to be honest, I'm not planning on keeping this tank. I'm just getting to the 3601 as quick as possible. So my plan is probably just not to bother wasting the 10k XP. Aiming a little bit low there, so I didn't get a shot on the medium, but I did that time and take him out. So this is the position you want to get into, basically, to fire down on the base. As you can see, I've got 3 shots on a lot of people here. That's the enemy's Panzer IV there. Then a Churchill comes into view. Problem is, I really don't have the penetration to be able to do much to this Churchill. Now it says, now I get 1 or 2 good hits on the Churchill, but after that. He angles himself very nicely. My front armor wasn't angled particularly great. Mistake I make here is I thought I was in cover, but unfortunately I wasn't. And again, I'm nowhere near angled enough, so I'm just going to pop myself behind the rock and keep an eye on him. Once I see his turret point forwards, then I know I've got free rein to just fire down on him. He gets himself behind one little building here, but I should. But as you can see, he's kind of turned himself to the left, so his side armor is at such an angle that when I shoot him, it's just going to bounce off. Really what I should have done here is possibly switch to HE or tried to aim directly at his rear armor instead. But unfortunately that is not to be, and he just survives that one, being the tier 5 heavy tank that he is. And as you see, I'm taking hits from the front, so I do have to be careful. That one's a Matilda, but the thing shooting me is hiding in the background there, and I've got to pull myself forwards into the rock. Now, I'll take a free couple of hits there because I tried to reverse first, and then I derp out a little bit here and just not quite able to reverse properly. Now, what you can do is you can go all the way around this house to the left. Got to be careful here because this guy does have the derp cannon, so if he hits me flush on this side armor, that's going to be me out of it. But luckily, what you can do is people commit to the shots, so when you think they're just about to fire, or if if you leave it as long as possible till just before they fire and then start to move, you can generally get them to miss, which is nice. Now the base cap's getting pretty high, but I see our Churchill is going to drive into the cap circle, and what that'll do is it'll freeze the capture here. Not able to get any damage on this Churchill 5 here. This cannon just doesn't have the penetration. So that's the only reason that I'll probably buy the derp cannon, is because it doesn't matter about penetration for the derp cannon. You're going to do some damage regardless, even if it is only a little bit. And you see by this point, our team that all went left for some reason are streaming into the cap circle just about now. But from earlier on, what you can do is you can go around that house to the left up on the hill there, and you can fire down on the base from a different angle. As it is, with our team arriving from the left-hand flank. I don't know why they put so much stock in that left-hand flank, but they did. But they are arriving now, and this is pretty much the game. But as you saw, from that lofted position up on the hill, you are really, really able to just do some work and reset the cap a good few times there. Just have to remember not to derp out and angle your armor badly and shoot the targets that you can actually hurt. So that is the game in the Panzer IV and encounter battle on the mines, and I hope you glean some knowledge about the layout of the mines map, because like I said, taking the hill isn't the be-all and end-all of the game, but it is pretty damn important. So holding that, especially on an encounter battle, really does help you win that game nice and easily. So there we go, that's it for that game. Came second in XP there. Didn't do a fantastic amount of damage, but like I said, second in XP is fantastic. That'll have been for the base resets that I got. So hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, leave me a like or favourite and stick a comment in the comment section below. Let me know exactly what you thought. I have been Max, and if you're not already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you want to play some games sometime on the 360, then what you can do is you can go ahead and just follow me on Twitter, and then every time I'm going to go and play with some people on my friends list, I will tweet that out, and hopefully we can get some games together. All the links for all this is in the description of the video, so just go down there and have a check. So hope you enjoyed it, and if you're not, consider hitting that subscribe button for much more Xbox World of Tanks content in the future. I've been Maxwell, this has been World of Tanks Xbox 360, and I will catch you guys next time.